Hey, what's up you guys? Matt Thibeau here with Savant Marketing Agency. And in this video, we're going to talk about the difference between Google Ads and SEO. And we're going to talk about which one might be better for you and which one, in my opinion, is better overall. So let's dive right into things. You know, this is a topic that I get asked questions about a lot because I think that, you know, a lot of contractors struggle to understand the difference of SEO and Google Ads. And I think that a lot of contractors are quite frankly confused of like, what is the best approach for me in this unique situation? And I wanted to come on here also as just a way of warning you, just from some conversations I've had, you know, where some agencies will recommend that you do something and then it might not be in your best interest. So my intention with this video is to educate you on the difference between Google Ads and SEO so that you can have a better idea of how they work and which one might be more appropriate for your business. So first things first, let's dive into things here. Let's talk a little bit first about SEO. I'll do it on this one. Actually, I'll do it on this one. Let's talk a little about SEO. So SEO. So if you don't know what SEO stands for, it stands for search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. Basically, all that means is that we are taking your website and basically allowing it to speak in Google's language so that Google can crawl it with its robots and be able to show it to more people who are searching for your services. That's basically a funny way of explaining it, but that's true. So SEO is the process of ranking your website up into the search engine results in Google when someone is typing in services related to your business. And obviously we want to be found in Google because that traffic is going to lead to more leads and then that's going to be more business for you. Right, so the first thing that you have to understand about Google is that Google SEO is that it's a very slow process. Okay, this is a slow process. So someone who tells you, hey, we can get you to the top of Google using SEO alone, like if they're using Google Ads, that's different, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But if somebody tells you, hey, we can get you to the top of Google using SEO, and we can do that like in a week or 2 weeks, whatever, like that's simply not possible. I'm sorry, especially if it's a very competitive keyword. SEO is a slow process. We're talking like 6 months to a year to be able to really see long-standing results from this. The reason for that is because basically what you're doing in the process of SEO is you are improving the website to speak Google's language better. And also what you're doing is you're building out links on the internet that are going to point back to your site. They're called backlinks. They're going to point back to your site. And once you have, let's say like 50 of these links or a bunch of these links, and they're all pointing back to your site, your link there, and they're all saying example construction shows the link, then that basically what it does is it tells Google, hey, this must be a trustworthy website because there's all these other websites that are linking to it as well. And so because all these other websites that are very well known, right? So let's say, for example, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Houzz, Homestars, all of these websites are very powerful for building up your SEO. So if you have your website on these sites, then this is going to slowly start ranking you. What happens when Google gets taken over by ChatGPT? Great question. We can talk about that in a later one or at the end of this video, but very good question for sure. And I think they might give them a run for their money. Nathan asked that one. Good question there. So it's a slow process, basically in a nutshell, and it's going to take some time, right? And that brings us to the next point here is it's going to basically, you know, it's a slow process, which basically means that it's a long-term investment, right? Like this is a long-term investment. If you're like, yeah, let's try out some SEO for 2 months, 3 months, like don't even waste your time. It's not even worth your time. This is the type of thing where you have to like commit to it for 6 months to a year. And it's going to be worth it for you though. The problem is though, is that, and this brings me to my next point, that this requires a large amount of trust, right? Because you have to know that the person you're hiring to do the SEO for you is actually doing stuff. And so if they are like an SEO agency and that's all they do, you should ask them like, hey, can you show me basically like what you're doing for me, right? Because if you're paying them like $2,000 to $5,000 a month for SEO and that's all they're doing, then you want to be able to see like what is it that we're actually doing, right? So it requires a tremendous amount of trust because you're going to be doing this process for like 6 months without maybe seeing any visual results. Like maybe it's slowly ranking up, but it's going to take some time. And so that might be a little bit scary for some people, right? And that's going to cost a lot of money and it's not going to be a return that's going to come back very, very quickly. However, the last thing that I'm going to say about SEO though, is that once you do get there, this is probably going to be the most valuable thing that you could probably do in internet marketing for your business. So once you do get there and you actually are able to rank your listing or rank your website and you're in top results, this is going to be worth, not even joking, millions of dollars to you. Millions of dollars. Because you're not going to have to pay for ads to be there. And it's just maintenance at that point. And you're just going to be getting a ton of traffic, a ton of qualified eyeballs coming to your page. And you're not going to have to do really anything for that. But you have to put in the groundwork to be able to achieve that, right? And so that's kind of the catch-22 with SEO, is that it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be a sizable investment. There's going to be a tremendous amount of trust involved, but the results are lasting and it's going to be worth a lot of money for you, right? Okay, so now let's contrast that with Google Ads. So that was SEO. Now let's talk about Google Ads. So I'm a little bit biased in this sense because I love Google Ads. Some of you may know that we do Facebook ads and Google Ads. That's our specialty. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Google Ads and some of the advantages and disadvantages here as well. So the first thing that you need to know about Google Ads is that it can give you fast results. So why I like Google Ads so much is that unlike SEO, it doesn't take you months to be able to see results. And you can actually get someone to the top of Google within hours. So all you literally do is you're paying to play. You pay Google to put you to the top for specific keywords. Boom, now you're at the top of Google. So Google Ads is an extremely aggressive marketing strategy because you're instantly put at the top of Google and reaping all the benefits of like 1 year's worth of SEO instantly, but you have to pay to be there. And so you're paid every single time someone clicks on your ad. The reason though that the fast results is so important is that most contractors can't afford to pay an agency like 3 to 5 months for just SEO. Like every single month shelling out like $2,000 to $5,000 for SEO. And it's like, this is going on for months and months. It's going to be hard to justify that until you really start seeing results, right? And so I love Google Ads because you're put there instantly. And so you can start getting a return on your investment within like hours, right? And so as an agency that's performance-based, that's attractive to me too, because we can get our clients really quick wins from that, right? The disadvantage though with Google Ads is that it's here today and gone tomorrow. What I mean by that is you're not really building anything by using Google Ads. Like basically you're paying Google to put you to the top of that list. You're basically renting space on Google, right? You're renting that space. And so as long as you keep paying, you're going to be in that spot. But otherwise, as soon as you stop paying, your website is not going to be at the top there anymore, right? And so if you're doing Google Ads for like a long time and it's profitable for you, don't stop doing it. But it's the type of thing where like they're not lasting results, right? Like you have to keep paying for it. It's kind of like being on a treadmill. Now you can scale those ads and make it more and more profitable for you over time, but it's the type of thing where as soon as you stop paying for Google Ads, then your rankings, like you're just going to go down, right? And so you're renting that space. And so that is like a disadvantage, obviously, right? Another thing though with Google Ads that we were talking about with the trust thing with SEO is that Google Ads requires less commitment because the results are so fast. That means that you could like do a 2 to 3 month campaign, test it out and like see, okay, what are the results from this, and have a pretty good idea of like whether or not it was an effective campaign, right? Whereas with SEO, that's not the case. And so there's a lot less commitment that's involved with Google Ads because we're there instantly. We're able to test. We can test different ads, test different keywords. So you're not just like gritting your teeth and hoping for the best for months. You can actually just go in, get some wins, see what works. You can do a lot of testing, and that has a lot less risk, right? And so that's pretty attractive to a lot of people as well, that there's not as much commitment. Now, this brings us to like my opinion on which one is better, which one you should do, and what makes more sense for you. So which one is better? Well, the thing with SEO is that it's definitely a long game, right? Like SEO is a long game for you. You should definitely be doing it. But the thing that I think a lot of agencies will do that I don't agree with is that a lot of agencies will sell you on doing just SEO, and I don't agree with doing that. So what I'll say is like never do just SEO, because this is going to cost you a lot of money, and it's probably not going to be quick enough for you to have a long enough runway to actually make it worth your time. So instead, what I would say is do SEO, but at the same time, make sure that you have something like Google Ads going, or Facebook ads, or some kind of advertising, because this is going to give you the fast results that you need for the cash flow to be able to fund the SEO. Because if you're just doing SEO and you got that website, it's going to take way too long for you to actually start making money and be like, okay, like this is worth it. You're going to start freaking out and like emailing your agency and fighting over all this stuff. So I don't believe that agencies should ever sell you just SEO. I believe that it should be a mix between advertising and SEO, because the advertising is going to give you the quick wins that you're looking for, and then the SEO is going to give you the long-term investment that you need. Similarly, like the other way around, like you don't want to just be doing advertising only. I mean, eventually what you do want to start looking at is like at least doing some local SEO, building up some SEO, building up some long-term assets. That's important long-term, because obviously, like if, let's say, for example, your Google ad account gets shut down or your Facebook ad account gets shut down, then you want something to fall back on so that you can keep getting leads from your online marketing, right? And so in my opinion, my expert opinion, I would say that you should definitely do both. Do both at the same time if you can, Google Ads and SEO, because then it's going to give you a good idea of like, okay, this SEO thing is in the background. Let's see if it works. You can kind of keep it on the back burner. And then the Google Ads, though, are going to spit out those qualified leads that you need to be able to pay for the SEO and be able to acquire new clients. So that's my opinion. I would definitely do both. Don't just do one or the other. And most certainly don't do just SEO for months on end, because it's just not going to be fast enough for you. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would appreciate if you comment below, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.